was set to pass, and he did a bullshit speech that had no effect on the bill, yet people still say he's fighting for us. You know why? Because he tells them they are, and he's not doing dick.
And you meant Chris Hedges, correct? Not
Yes.
Chris Hayes.
I said Hedges. I
Okay.
meant Hedges. I didn't
I want to
mean
make sure.
Chris Hayes. He's got the nice guns. Uh, he's. Have you seen Chris Hayes' core? He's been doing some great work. His core is really tight
No.
now. Chris Hayes. When I look at a newsman, I'm like, I want to know a guy. I want to know a guy who's got a tight core. Right? I don't want to listen to a guy who's flabby in the middle, right? I want to listen to a guy who got core. I want him to tell me how Bernie Sanders is bad for me. That's what I want him to tell me. And Medicare
They,
for All doesn't work. That's what I want. I want somebody with a nice core.
they got to get ripped because they have all that money. They all have personal gyms. There's no
Yeah.
excuse.
There's
We
no
have
ex-
to have the ripped. We have to have the ripped pundits and
Yeah.
media liars.
I remember one of my favorite things. I was sick. I had the flu a couple years ago, and I was watching the New Year's Eve Rockin' Eve with Kathy Griffin, a famous neoliberal. And she was, but she's still funny. And she was on with Anderson Cooper. They were the team, and so she's like, "Do you have any? Do you have any New Year's resolutions?" And he said, "Yeah, I guess I should get back in the gym, and get." And Kathy Griffin said, "Really? You're a reporter, and it wasn't like maybe learn a different language or find something out. It's about I need to get abs. That's what's going to help you." It was exactly the perfect fucking, and she had no idea what she was doing, but she was exposing the entire fucking U.S. news media at that moment. His resolution was to get abs. Their number one news guy.
Shallow and callous as it gets, huh?
And as it gets. And of course, Anderson Cooper is already compromised with the CIA. And that's what they
Yes.
don't tell you anymore. They don't tell you that, hey, CIA, he's working for the CIA. The CIA, that they don't have to embed them anymore in the newsroom. They just put them right on air. They're sitting in the green rooms all fucking day, the heads of the CIA and shit, and then they bring them on as their expert. You're supposed to bring on someone to debunk the CIA guy. You're not supposed to bring the CIA guy on, you fucking morons. But of course, Rachel Maddow and Chris Hayes know that, but they're corrupted, so they do it anyway because they're lying to you for money. And that's who Chris Hayes and Rachel Maddow is, and fake tough guy Lawrence O'Donnell and Chris Matthews. You know what happened to him. So they're all worthless, and they're all liars, and they're all bought and paid for. And I'm the and even in right now, even in the progressive space, as they call it, no one's fucking putting the pressure on the politicians. So they've proven themselves to also be as feckless as the leaders they cling to. And so I'm encouraging them all to stand up and fucking do something and start making them afraid of you instead of trying to make fucking friends with them or lying at their behest because your audience likes them, which is what I see happening right now. A lot of people growing their audience and they know where it's coming from and they're afraid to tell those people the truth. They're just like Sean Hannity. It's fucking amazing to watch it happen. It's amazing for me to watch them people on the left lie at the behest of politicians they like so they can build their audience. It's disgusting. Hey, thanks for the lane. If anybody wants to hear the truth about what's happening right now with the stimulus, what's happening with Nancy Pelosi, AOC, the squad, and your progressive leaders and Bernie Sanders, they have to come to this show because nobody else is fucking doing it. Danny Haifong from the Black Agenda Report, I want to thank you for coming on. Thanks for illuminating our audience. Thanks for confirming every goddamn thing I've been saying on this show. And if there's anything you'd like to say, please, I'll give you the last word.
Sure. I just want to validate the need to have outlets, media outlets like yours, like Black Agenda Reports, which actually speaks to the reality on the ground that is happening with folks and doesn't do it in a way that panders to any section of the elite, to any politician, to any aspect of the Democratic Party. That's not what politics is about. When I came back from China, I was floored by just how much investment